How you doing today, guys? Welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. This is Mr. Gomez, your favorite teacher in the whole world, and today we're gonna keep talking about making predictions with theoretical probability. I'm gonna pause right there, and I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up. Also share it with somebody who's struggling with 7th grade math. Also, if you haven't seen my other channel, I'm gonna leave a link for you right here, so you can go ahead and watch that. I do mountain bike and DIY stuff, and it's pretty fun. And make sure you check that one out and subscribe. And without further ado, let's keep talking about making predictions with theoretical probability. So, just to getting caught up on the previous video, and I'm probably gonna leave a link right here for you in the description or right here on the card. We talked about the same subject, and we learned how to make predictions with theoretical probability. And for that, we're just gonna find the probability for the single event or the compound event. We have not talking about compound events and predictions yet, but we are going to do so right now. It is the same process though, because we already know how to do compound probability, and I'll leave a link for you down here. Up here. So we're gonna make predictions with theoretical probability, and to do so, we're just gonna do part over total equals percent over 100, or cross products multiply, cross multiply, or butterfly, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna be doing just that. So we're gonna do a few of these examples. Hopefully we get to all of them. And I wrote one of my own. Hopefully you can read it, but I will read it for you. No big deals. So numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are gonna be about the same. We're just gonna find the probability of each event. The first one is already done for you. We're just finding the regular probability. Remember, part over total. Whatever you want to happen divided by everything that can happen. That's how you find the regular probability. We're not doing anything else just yet. So the first one is already done for us. It's about flipping a coin. Getting tails is 1 out of the 2. We talked about in the previous video. Number 2. Stephanie rolls a number cube that has size numbers 1 through 6. What is the probability that the cube will land on either 2 or 5? So I told you before that every time we have a number cube, I want you to go ahead and draw it. Just draw the 6 faces and number them, because sometimes they're gonna give you a number cube with 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s. Okay? But in this case, just a regular number cube, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I want you to do is highlight or circle whatever they're asking, whatever they want to find. They want to get a 2 or a 5. So I have 2 and a 5. So how many chances is that to happen? How many 2s and 5s do I have total? I have 2, right? 2 out of how many? Very good. 2 out of 6. Now you can always simplify this fraction. And anytime you can simplify a fraction, you need to do just that. So this one, if you divide both of them by 2, you're gonna get 1/3. So my probability of getting out 2 or 6 is 1 out of 3. And you can also see it like this. Look, I have another group right here and another group right here. So I selected one of the groups. Number 4. Let's look at number 3. Hold on. What is this probability of spinning the spinners and having land on B? So how many B's do I have? 1 out of how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you simplify that? No. And that is it. Unless they ask you to convert to percent or decimal, you can do that by TiVo. Or you can just multiply 5 to get 100, and that'll be 5 times 20, which will be 1/20th or 20/100 or 20%. Now, number 4. Jonathan has a bag that has 2 red marbles. This is where it comes interesting whenever we have a bag of different things inside. We have a bag. Let's draw it. And it has 2 red marbles. It has 3 blue marbles inside of it. If you were to pick a marble from the bag without looking, what is the probability of picking a red marble? How many reds do I have? 2 out of how many? 5. That's it. Can you simplify that any further? I can't. I know I can't. And that's it, unless they ask you to convert to percent or decimal, which you can do on this one. If you multiply times 20, it'll be 40 out of 100 equals 40%, or 0.40. And that's it. You just have to do TiVo. Now, let's see. Number 6. Now we're gonna we're gonna make predictions on 6, 7, 8, and the one that I wrote. On the first ones, we just found the regular probability. Number 6, a spinner is divided into 4 equal sections. Go ahead and draw it. Right there. The probability of landing on A is 1/4. So apparently they have A, B, C, and D. They already gave you the probability, so you don't have to find it. You do not have to find the probability because they already gave it to you. Norma spin the spinner 16 times. How many times can you expect the spinner to land on A? So my probability is that one. That's my first fraction. It's like what we just found over here. It's like finding that. 1/4. Now, the experiment is doing this how many times? 16. And then you do X. And on this one, you can do it 2 ways. You can do cross products, or you can just think to yourself, what can you multiply 4 to get to 16? 4 times what gives me 16? I know if I multiply times 4, I get 16. But what you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So this will be 4. The answer will be 4. And that's it. If you have no idea what I just did right there, it's okay, because we can always do cross products. So we're going to multiply 4 times 6 equals 1 times 16, which is 16. We're going to divide by 4 on both sides. X equals 16 divided by 4 is 4, which is the same number that I found. Either way is there. So you can expect to land on A 4 times if you do the experiment 16 times. That's what he's saying. Number 7. Probability of a number cube landing on 4 is 1/6. And that is true. They already give you the probability. If we look at the number cube right here, I have only 1/4. 1 out of 6, right? So it's the same thing. So they already gave you the probability. The probability is going to be your first fraction, 1/6. Now, if you're going to toss the dice 12 times, how many times can you expect to land on 4? Equal. You're going to do it 12 times, so this is X. Now, you can easily see right here, 6. If you multiply 6 times 2, you get what? 6 times 2 is 12. So if you multiply the top times 2, you get 1 times 2 is 2. And that's your answer. If you still have no idea what I just did, we always can do the cross product thing. So we're going to have 6x equals 12. We're going to divide by 6 on both sides. So x equals 2. Same answer. You can expect that to happen 2 times. You can expect to land a 4 2 times if you throw the dice 12 times. That's what it means. Number 8. The probability of picking a blue pen from a cup that has 1/3. The probability of picking a blue pen from a cup is 1/3. So they already gave you the probability. You do not need to find it. They already gave you the first fraction. So the probability is 1/3. Now, if Tim picks one pen from the cup without looking, records the color, and then puts the pen back, he does this 15 times. How many times can you expect to pick a blue pen? He's putting it back. So they're going to be the same number of pens every single time. Okay? That's very important for later on. So I know that we're going to be doing this experiment how many times? 15 times. So the bottom of my other fraction is going to be 15. This is x. So this is gonna be, if you multiply this times 5, you get your answer. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 5 is 5. The answer is going to be 5. Many times you can do it like that, guys, because you can multiply something and they get the other number. But if you don't know how to do that, please do the cross products. You're gonna have 3x equals 1 times 15 is 15. You divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals to 5. So if you pick a pen 15 times, at least 5 times of those are probable to be a blue pen. Now let's look at my example, because over here they're only talking about single events. And I want to show you how you can do this if you have more than one thing going on and still make predictions with that. That's why I wrote this problem right here. It says, what is the probability, and I wrote it fast. So, what is the probability of picking a red marble from a bag that has 7 red, 2 blue, and 3 orange, and spinning an even number greater than 3 on a spinner labeled 1 through 8? Okay, so we have two scenarios. We have a bag of marbles, and then we also have a spinner. So let's go ahead and draw those. So we have a bag that has 7 red, it has 2 blue, and 3 orange. That is supposed to be orange. Okay? That's one bag. And the other thing is a spinner labeled 1 through 8. So next, we have a spinner labeled 1 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So now, it says, what is the probability? We're going to find the probability for each one of those things first. We're going to find it first. What is the probability of picking a red marble? How many red marbles do I have? 7 out of how many? 7 out of 12. 12 total marbles, correct? Am I wrong? That's what I have. I have 12 marbles, 7 of them are red. Now, the other scenario is spinning an even number greater than 3 on a spinner labeled 1 through 8. So I got to look for all the even numbers that are greater than 3. Let's do this. Is 1 even? Is 1 even? No. What about 2? 2 is even, but is it greater than 3? No. What about 3? Is 3 even? No. What about 4? Is 4 even? It is even. Is it greater than 3? Yes. What about 5? Is it even? No. What about 6? It is even. Is it greater than 3? Yes. What about 7? No. What about 8? Even, greater than 3. So how many are those? 3 out of 8. Correct? So now to find the compound probability, we just gotta multiply. But is it 2 an even number? Yes, it is. But is it greater than 3? No, it's not. Good question, though. Really good question. That's why we gotta, okay, look. Spinning an even number greater than 3, again, and picking a red marble right there. Now, to find the compound probability, and we saw that before, I can leave a link for you right here. All we gotta do is multiply this. We're gonna find the compound probability, and we're gonna multiply straight across. 7 times 3 is 21. 12 times 8 is 80, and 24 is 104. I don't think we can simplify that any further, so we're going to leave it like that. Okay? So my probability of these two things happening on the first try, marble, spinner, is 21 out of 104. Now, we're going to do this experiment 100 times. How many times can you expect this thing to happen? out of the combined things to happen out of the 100 times. So we're gonna use this fraction, and we're gonna do the cross products. So we're gonna have 21 times 100 times 104x. So you're gonna have 104x equals 21 times 100, which is just 2100. You're gonna divide by 104. You're gonna divide by 104. So x equal 20.19. Okay, 20.19. In these scenarios, you're always gonna round. So my x, the probability of this thing happening is gonna be 20. The probability of the two things happening in 100 tries is gonna be 20. So you can expect the combination to happen 20 times if you do the experiment 100 times. So again, to find this scenario, you're gonna find the probability for the first thing, which is the marble, the probability for the second thing, which is the spinner, combine them by multiplying. You multiply straight across, and then you're gonna set them equal to the total, and find the missing by doing cross products. That is it for this one, guys. I really hope that you learned something today. If you have any comments, if you got stuck or something, please leave me a comment down below. I'll be happy to help you with that. And if you learned something today, make sure you give it a thumbs up button. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my other channel, please do so. The link is at the beginning of the video. Or you can find me, MTB Alex. Subscribe to that channel as well. And that is it for this one, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.